Looking for Winter, Volume 2. Hello, and welcome to my walks with a camera. I'm in my office, and this is my second video about winter. December has been a rather eccentric month, winter-wise. We've had snow, we've had warm weather to melt it, we've had rain, we've had freezing rain, we've had more snow, and then we've had freezing rain. And yesterday, my wife and I decided to get some chores done and go get out of the house and do a little tripping around. So we went down to Port Dover, and the reason being is there's a bakery down there that we like to buy our bread from called Good Bread. Excellent place. If you're ever in Dover, check it out. Anyway, because the last big dump of rain and freezing rain and then cold temperatures has turned everything into ice. Now, to make this video, I'd actually planned to take my video equipment with me and go out and shoot winter scenes and introduce you to Winter Volume 2. And when we got outside, the ice made walking so treacherous, I'd be walking with my still camera in one hand and my video camera in the other hand, and to quote my mother, all I needed to do was go ass over tea kettle and something would get broken, probably me. So what I did was I decided to go and shoot all my stills from yesterday, but because everything was frozen and there were icicles everywhere, that gave the images a really interesting effect, covered in ice with icicles dripping off them, and it was really cool. Now, the first group of photographs I did was simply walking around my house with my macro camera, shooting the various pieces of foliage which had been covered in ice and were dripping with icicles. The second batch of photographs I took was when we were down in Port Dover, when everything was just covered in a sheen of ice. I actually walked out onto the pier, which was treacherous, and did a bunch of photographs which have a slight abstract quality when you look at the icicles hanging off various things. Very cool. Anyway, so this is my introduction to Winter Volume 2. So let's have a look and I'll show you what I took. the photographs around my house, you don't have to go far for inspiration, especially when you had this ice effect covering everything. Now, it makes walking treacherous, and so you have to be very careful. But it's fun to explore and to look around, especially when you're using a macro lens and you're looking at everything in the small at the macro level. That's really interesting. Then going down to Port Dover using my 24 to 200mm lens and shooting down there and getting that abstract quality of all the icicles hanging off things by Lake Erie. That was really cool as well. Had a great time with Virginia, my wife, and our dog Rupert. I think this is going to be the last video for 2025, so I hope you've enjoyed everything I've done. And if you have enjoyed it, please give me a like and subscribe. Make a comment. If you have any criticisms about what I have done, as long as they're constructive and polite, I will always listen to what you have to say. So, looking forward to 2026 and winter, volume 3. And I'm not really on one level looking forward to it, but on another level I am, because it helps to bring that creativity back to life. Just remember, in your own wanderings around looking at the world covered in snow or covered in ice, be careful in your walking, but keep walking with a camera. Until next time, cheers.